Hey, welcome back to my Minimax channel. And last time you saw me get the fabric on the horizontal stabilizer, and now I'm going to come along and I'm going to catch any little bubbles and anything and get all those ironed down and taken care of, and then we'll put the finishing tapes on this. And before we do that, I'm going to have to take my iron, and I just want to come in here and in these locations where I can see that it's glued like really good, like kind of in through there. But I've got some, I want to get up next to these gussets, and I want to glue that down again, and then I can like feel really good about that. And I'll go along here, catch this outer edge of the and then we'll come back here and get this part glued down, because when I put the mixture, well, when I put the glue over top, it actually it just pulled away a little bit because it kind of loosened and released what was below. But now that I've got it, I can iron it back down. We won't have any issues with that. So this glue will attach to the glue below with some heat, like really well. So that's how we do that. You can see this area here as well. Gotta get that iron back down. Yeah, so I'm going to go through and catch all the bubbles, get all those ironed down good, and then we can do the finishing tapes on that. I'm masked off here to bring my water line up a little bit, so I've got that ready to go. Found some really cool tape that I'm going to need when I do my roundels. I got this tape from Finish Master. It's a 3M vinyl tape 471, which made that curve really easy. So when I get to do the circles and stuff, it won't give me any trouble. I know I'll be able to make that radius with that tape. It also comes in, I believe this is 3/8, and it also comes in 1/4 inch, so you can even go smaller if you have to. Yeah, so having to add some a little bit of extra material in this area, a couple of triangles that are going to go like that right there, because when I put basically there'll be one in this corner and this one will be in that corner. When I put my stab up here to test it, there was just a little bit of a hole right here in this corner where the stab comes across there. So I need to fill that area, put some fabric over it, and get that covered up and painted. And then that'll be underneath the stab. You'll never know it's there. And I didn't realize it probably would have been maybe a little bit better to come back here and maybe make this line here. Then it's completely underneath the stab, you don't have to worry about it. But mine just clipped the corner a little bit, so I'm gonna resolve that, no problem. And you know, these little things, you just deal with them as they come up. So I took apart my throttle, and I took it outside, and I kind of prepped the aluminum, and now it's I painted it, and so it's out there. Painted it with this primer right here, which I actually like that color a lot, so I'm going to keep that color. I'm not going to paint it, I'm just going to leave it that primer color, even on the inside. So yeah, all right, so I'm going to get busy here on this. Once I get this stab done and we get to the finishing tapes, I'll jump back on and we can do that part. All right, this is ready for the finishing tapes. But first I'm gonna roll the water line on this, and then at the same time I'm actually going to set up over here, and I'm gonna roll some paint on the gear legs, since I can do that at the same time. So I'm gonna step over here, move a few things out of the way. Let's get the fabric out of here. And then I'll set the gear legs up over here. Alright, so I really thought I was ready ready to paint these until I started tacking the edges, and then I realized I needed to make some reinforcements for where the aluminum blocks go on here. So I've got some material here that I'm going to double up in these locations here, and then the hinge, which is on the outside here, is going to need some additional support. So I'm going to be putting a piece of double up of material on here as well. So I'll have these. I won't need this on the other side, where there is no hinge, but I need it on this side, and I need this on both sides. So I'm going to apply these, and then we'll be able to start painting these. And I'm just going to wait to do the water line, because I'm going to paint this and that at the same time. So, and I'll just draw a line here where I want to cut that. Just like we've applied everything else, I'm just going to put that on, lay our fabric in, wet it out, wipe it off. This won't take long to execute, so we won't be waiting a long time to jump to the next step on this. So it's just that quick, so no problem. Let's get this one at the same time, since I've got it laying here. So I'll finish these up. Once they're dry, we'll iron these edges over, and then we'll go and we'll put tapes on this, and that'll be stellar. So And then whenever we can paint this, we will go and we will paint that water line at the same time. Whew. All right, keep going. So I'm working along the trailing edge here and just getting this, just moving about 6-8 inches at a time. And first I want to get it on the flat surface, and then I'm going to come back and do the fold over. So all right, just a few more minutes and this will be ready to turn over here. So I'm going to just wait, let that set just a little bit more, and then I'll come back and lay the glue in, flip this one over, wipe it down. Then I'll flip the whole thing over and do the other side, because it's much easier to do it on the top than to try and reach underneath. So I'm going to go outside and check on the parts that I have just painted, and I'll be right back. So before I flip this over, I'm going to go ahead and put the reinforcing tapes on this side. I've got the tape that has to go across the center here. I've got it cut, 3-inch tape, and then I've got to reinforce these this area right here where the mounts are. I've got the same up here. I've got an area here and an area here that has to be reinforced. I'll just do those with round doilies after I get this tape on. And then once this one's on, I can flip the whole thing over and do the same to the other side. All right, so I'm going to do that. These are the parts I had out there. This is my throttle quadrant pieces. I took it apart over here. That's for my trim system there. That's the carry through, spar carry through. That of course goes up under here, so we'll have that. That can be mounted in place permanently now, so that's good. And getting these painted just kind of allows me to start getting some of that stuff put in while I have easy access. I've got the next time I roll it over on its side, I'm going to get the fuel pump in place and the gasculator. So I'm going to make need to make the mounts for the seat belt, because I'm now ready to put the harness through and get the cable attached to the harness. So that'll be all done. And yeah, moving along. Alright, so I got my doily reinforcements here, my center tape reinforcements there. I got trailing edge tape in place, and now I need to, I'm gonna make a jump from this. I'm gonna set this aside for a minute, because if I don't if I'm gonna do any painting at all, I need to do it now, because in another half an hour, it's gonna be getting cool in here. And then the painting window is going to be closed, so I'm going to jump real quick and grab some of that bottom color paint. The gear legs over there are ready to paint, and this is ready to paint, so I'm going to get that going real quick. Alright, so that's how she looks with the new water line, which I think looks better, looks much better to me. So that's kind of how we're taking shape here. Gotta love it. And I just got the brackets mounted to these. I've got to keep it free because I got to get in there. So to take care of the seatbelt cable. I got this this far. Still have to do the tip, do the fabric tape on the tip and on the leading edge, and then this is done. I got the 2 coats of paint on the landing gear. When I did the water line, I painted the same thing over there. So yeah, everything's coming together nicely. I went out and primed my axle, so it's outside drying, and as you saw, we got these parts painted here. They look really nice, so we can start installing some of that stuff. So yeah, thanks for hanging out with me. You know I appreciate it, and checking out the videos. I hope you're enjoying the channel, and as always, I'll catch you later.